check something I forgot I turned off last time. How you doing, Quincy? How you doing? What? It's just... You going to a concert? What kind of concert? What? Should have got more rest last night. Uh-oh. My calibration's weird again. Eee! Sorry you have to hear me do this, but... Eee! Come on. Ooh. Eee. Oh, that's odd. E. Nope. E. Nope. I don't know what it is about the E. But it just... E. Nope. Still. Oh my goodness. An emo band that had to disband, but they're doing a reunion tour. Oh, that's so cool! Hope you have fun. Maybe if I turn that up a little bit. Ah. Yeah, it sounds like you might have it sounds like you're gonna have a good time there. Wow. Eee. I don't know if I do this. Eee. Come on. Eee. I really can't tell the difference between my E's and Oo's. Well, that's fine. I guess. Man, it's weird. Anyway. I've had quite a week myself. Let me see. It was... what day was it? It was Asexuality Awareness Day, I think? Or Visibility Day. And y'all... Your cryptid friend. Very on the grey ace spectrum. Despite the I don't know if you'll have seen my blue sky recently. Don't worry about it. Let's see. What else has happened? A microbat invaded my sister's room the other night. That was fun. It hid somewhere for about 24 hours in there. And then the next night, around the same time at 2 a.m., I hear my sister shriek, "A microbat." It's a bat that's very small. Well, scientifically, they're bats that aren't flying foxes, or the size of flying foxes. So most small bats, but like they're very small. They can literally fit in the palm of your hand. But in Australia, we have what's called the Australian bat lyssavirus, which is like rabies, and it currently has no cure. So, you're not supposed to handle them. But we were not going to be calling the local like animal stuff to like at 2 in the bloody morning. Who'd be awake for like there's a bat in my sister's room? It does suck. Bats are adorable, especially the microbats that we have. They are so cute. Like I wanna just hold one in my hand, but I can't, cause the saliva has the lyssavirus. I don't want him to bite me. But you should have seen my sister when she was cause she had like 2, like what's the word? Dishcloths. Trying to catch this bat. And going, ee! Ah! Woo! Ah! Every time it moved. And then it... Oh, I see what's happened. And then it crawled out of her room into our parents' room next door. Took a short flight all the way to the other end of the room, and it holed itself in one of my dad's slippers, like slipper boots. So my sister, she put the cloths over the top of the boot and took it out onto the stairs and left it there overnight. And yeah, it left without any other incident, which is good. However, last night, my room was invaded by a cockroach, which is not fun. I don't like when they do that. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, that's been my week. Yeah, riches. I've had riches crawl on like my legs and along my arms and stuff. I do not like how that little feet feel. That's a bad texture. Bad texture. Anyway, we're here. It was like an eventful week. I just went to work and came home. Fair. Sometimes that's all you can do. But yeah. It's also been getting a little bit cooler lately, so I've been turning off my air conditioner like every day. And it's actually been kind of pleasant. I have it on now, just a little bit cooler, just so I don't have my fan blaring into my microphone. Anyway, hey, that's not why we're here. We're here because I'm about to play the rest of Ace Attorney Investigations, and I forgot to make the window the main for the bloody game. Here we are. Last we left off, I got very angry at Gavel trying to get Kay arrested for an alleged murder, and being very, very, very righteous about it. It was not good. I had to pour myself a Moscato to calm myself. That did happen. Anyway, at the end of last episode, Edgeworth gave up his badge willingly to make sure Kay didn't get arrested. We also met a weird man who likes to burn things. And he's Eustace's dad. So that's gonna be interesting. Alright. Let's do it. Let's get into the game before I get distracted. It's still April 5th after last week. Almost 6 p.m. Edgeworth's office. Kay? She's not here either. Where are you? Look at him! Look at him! Hands on knees, out of breath. Ah! He's not even 30 yet. Ray! Fender! Sorry. Ray was his old name. I don't know why I fucking did that. Knockity knock knock, special visitor. This is not the time, Fender. Fender. Whoa, talk about an unhappy face. Everything okay, big guy? You won't earn yourself too many admirers looking like that. Well, that's exactly what I want, Fender. You don't know me. What are you doing here? Has something happened? Has something happened, he asks. I'll say. It's been all over the news. A murder in the committee chamber? I'd call that a happening, all right. And what with your hearing being today, I thought... Well, I couldn't help wondering if you were involved. You wondered correctly, unfortunately. They're reporting it on the news already? Heck yeah. A dead lawyer, a young woman on the run. They're lapping it up. It's crazy stuff, but compelling too, I gotta admit. So, are you gonna give me the lowdown or what? Well, actually... Whoa! Maybe warn a guy before blowing his mind next time. Things are even crazier than I thought. No, I'm not gonna say it. This isn't a joke, Fender. Kay's out there somewhere, all alone and without her memory. Not to mention being a suspect in a murder. That definitely doesn't make things any easier. But where the heck could she have gotten to? You're sure she doesn't remember Zip? I bet she doesn't even remember Zap. I thought she might have come here, but... No luck, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Sounds like she thinks she's done you wrong. She wouldn't want to cause you even more trouble by rocking up on your doorstep. You think I don't know that? But I'm out of places to look. Well, have you tried Gatewater Land? The court hallways? Have you tried the Cadopian Embassy? Hey, take a chill pill, compadre. This isn't like you. You're wound up tighter than a clockwork monkey. Which isn't a bad thing, necessarily. After all, it's got even you running from pillar to post, looking to save an innocent from jail. Acting like the attorney I know you were born to be. Look, Fender, I may have given up my badge earlier. You what? But that doesn't mean I've decided to become an attorney. Oh, wait, hold on. I confused myself. I thought he was about to say, that doesn't mean I've decided to become a good person. However, Kay isn't just some suspect in a murder to me. She's somebody I've come to know very well, even if we've only been acquainted for a short while. And she'd never harm a fly, let alone another person. Shh. They're doing this to me on purpose, I think. Blow my mind twice in 5 minutes, why don't you? Kid's lucky to have you in her corner, champ. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but that's quite the bond that sprung up between the two of you. Enough to give me and your old man's a run for its money, even. It's nothing like that, really. She just likes to involve herself in my affairs. You can say that again. From what I've seen, she likes to charge into things no holds barred. But she's done you some good, I can tell. You two make a great team. Can't say I'm not a little jealous, seeing as my partner in crime's no longer around. Anyway, you need to track her down. Connections like that don't grow on trees. I should know. I've tried. Alright, how about this for a plan? You're fresh out of ideas about where she could be, and you can't just walk the streets shouting her name. So, why not go back to the source? Look into how she lost her memory in the first place. You just might turn up some clues that'll help narrow things down. That's not a bad idea. Based on what she told us, it sounds like it all started at the big building. Or as some say, the Big Ig building. And that's where we're headed. Next up, the Big Ig time. Oh, I couldn't do it. Couldn't say it with a straight face after all. And maybe you can give your face the good news on the way. Kay won't come frolicking back into the fold if the first thing she sees is you scowling like that. Very funny. Fender is truly a force of nature all on his own.
Ooh, pretty. 6:42 p.m. Back on the viewing platform.
The sun sure set quickly.
Actually, it has been setting
Earlier, recently. When my, friends and I went walking the other evening. It had set by like 6:30. Not even a murder on the premises could make this place close its doors. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh? Just like in Roller Coaster Tycoon. There's hardly anybody around, though. Guess we've got the whole place to ourselves. You forgot Oz weather's the opposite of ours, or yours. Yeah, it's pretty much... we're in the middle of fall, technically. Like, we don't... There are very few places in Australia that get snow. Our winter season starts in June, usually. So our autumn is like March to May.
That's right. I'm an autumn baby.
The first step towards proving Kay's innocence is to figure out how she lost her memory.
Actually, it's my sister's birthday next week. Next week? Oh, 10 days from now, actually. That's a Tuesday.
Earth to Miles, we've got sleuthing to do. This rooftop paradise is all ours, so let's focus up and do what we're good at for Kay, alright? I don't know what I'm gonna do for my sister's birthday. Do what we're good at, I suppose I should be grateful there's at least something we can do. We'll probably go out to somewhere nice for dinner. That's usually what we do, is just have dinners.
Griffins!
The beak and wings of a bird and the body of a lion. I guess these statues are meant to guard the peace of this little rooftop haven. have to say, they are incredibly detailed. Almost frighteningly so. Instead of feeling welcomed, I wonder how many people have been scared off by these instead.
Hi, Elvis Tech. How you doing? We're back in the Ace Attorney investigations. Tree.
It's a pretty sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of full bloom. According to what Kay told us, she was standing beneath this tree until she was pushed and fell.
Interesting. Ooh, a Pegasus!
Pegasus.
Here with your cat. So sleepy. How much have you missed? Not very much, actually. We just... Because last week... was yeah, not very much has happened, actually. We just, like, talked with, Mr. Fender, and now we're back here to figure out... Because Kay went missing at the end of last week session. And now we're trying to figure out how she lost her memory. Isn't that a horn on its forehead?
So, it's a unicorn? No, that can't be right either. Unicorns don't have wings.
Unless they're a winged unicorn.
What's this? There's a little plaque there at the bottom showing the name of the piece. Contradictions. Well, that'll teach me to bother engaging with such things. Incredible.
Binoculars.
You can insert a coin to take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. Kay absolutely would have been all over this. The Kay I know, anyway. But for now, I'd better focus my powers of observation on this rooftop.
As he taps his forehead. Cotton candy. A television.
It looks like a TV for showing announcements from the various companies in the Big Ig building. But at the moment, it's just showing a regular broadcasting channel. What am I standing here for? The Steel Samurai isn't even on today! Amazing!
Mr. Edgeworth, we meet again.
What are you two doing up here? They said they were gonna murder a burger.
Well, seeing as we came all this way, we thought we might as well enjoy some cotton candy. What the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself in even more hot water?
You needn't worry about me, Dr. Hertz. I'll be just fine.
Whatever you say, Mr. Soon-to-be ex-prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor. Saw that coming a mile off. Wait, what? You got fired?
As I said, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. Also, I wasn't fired, I resigned. Don't get it mixed up.
If you say so. So, oh, how's Kay doing?
Bad, thanks for asking.
Uh-oh. Did something happen?
No!
Maybe I can help.
How about an injection? How about some, oh. What's it? How about some morphine to take your mind off of things? No injections, thank you. Unfortunately, a jab a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay. But it can knock a few motherfuckers out.
Yeah. It did get kinda chilly, huh? Come on, let's head home. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth. Catch you again soon! Excuse me. Hey, I think we can look at the cotton candy machine.
Who is speaking?
Stand owner!
Hey you! Yeah, you! How about some delicious Parting Clouds cotton candy to brighten your day?
Parting clouds? Is it named for the fact that we're so close to the clouds up here?
Our gimmick is, we take a normal serving of cotton candy and we split it in half. Part it, if you will. Half the candy, same price, double the profit. And we're laughing all the way to the bank.
Sir, ma'am, I don't think your customers will be laughing if you keep sharing that information quite so freely.
Yeah. Was the stand owner of the... Was that the mysterious person Kay saw?
Oh. So the person in the raincoat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand. Excuse me. Which would suggest that she was pushed over this railing here. The railing is chest height. You'd have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it.
Hick indeed. I do hiccup sometimes.
Everything looks sturdy enough too.
Alright, Mr. Fender.
So how did Kay lose her memory? You think there was something she wanted to forget? Maybe some particularly choice words from Miles the Insult comic? Of course not! I wouldn't dream of saying anything so terrible she'd want to forget. Detective Gumshoe, on the other hand, could do with a few more choice words on occasion. Poor guy. I don't envy him one bit.
Alright, let's see what we can... Yeah. I'm pretty sure these connect because if you put them together, they don't make sense.
Well, I wasn't wrong. Okay. Oh.
Eek! Oh! Aw, there she is. Hi.
Okay.
Don't mind me. I was just lying in wait.
That would make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you meant to say laying low.
Oh, yes, that.
Nevertheless, I doubt people will look kindly on a suspect haunting the site of her supposed crime. Surely you understand that, even in your current state? On top of which, while you've been playing hide-and-go-seek, I've been worried sick and frantically trying to find you.
Are you mad at me?
Of course I am. Now what were you thinking, coming back here? Did you think your amnesia would excuse your recklessness?
No! I came to try and help you get your badge back.
What?
I thought if I could get my memory back, I might be able to remember killing that poor woman. I thought if I came back to where I lost my memory, maybe I could... Huh?
There's one thing you haven't lost, you know?
Look at Kay. She looks so sweet.
Your ability to surpass my expectations at every turn. I feel so bad for Kay.
Yeah, I feel bad for her too. She's got amnesia.
Wait, did Egworth lose his job? Oh, he turned in his badge, his attorney's badge, prosecutor's badge, I should say, because he was warned that if he was to try to defend Kay, because she was about to be arrested on suspicion of murder, he was warned by Gavel that there would be extreme consequences if he tried to protect her. And so he was like, alright, if you're gonna do that, I guess I'm not gonna be a prosecutor anymore. I want to find the truth. And if you guys aren't interested in it, well, fuck being a prosecutor then. I couldn't be more certain now that you are the Kay I know so very well. However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless. Do you hear me?
I'm sorry.
Seriously, Miles, you're killing me here! You were banking good guy points and then you went and blew it by blowing your top! Fender, please, stop talking about blowing anything. You're gonna kill me. Oh, good to see you, kiddo. Glad to see you're safe. Come on, bring it in.
Okay.
That's the spirit. Not now, Fender. Yeesh, I was just trying to lighten the mood. Blowing. Don't worry about it, Elvis Tech. Don't worry about it. Another game word? Oh no. It's just something that's making me laugh, personally. Don't worry about it. If you don't know, don't worry about it. It's not a game joke. I don't think.
Live news now from the big building where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Police continue their hunt for a young woman known to have been present at the scene.
Second intention word. I think you've got it, yeah.
She's considered the prime suspect, and the police say no effort is being spared in trying to track her down.
Oh, mama. They're not messing around, huh?
A body has been discovered.
Sorry, hairball. Well, team, what's the plan? Looks like the clock's ticking down, and fast. Indeed. It's only a matter of time before they find us. Alright, first things first. Okay, you're sticking with us from now on, capisce?
But I caused you so much trouble already.
You can hardly make things any worse for me at this point. Well, faint praise that it is.
Mr. Edgeworth.
And it's settled. We're in this together like the Three Musketeers. Miles here will be in charge of proving Kay innocent. And I will, believe me. So, I'm gonna need you to do everything you can to help him with his investigating. Okay, Kay?
Yes, of course.
Great! Now, we gotta move quick. Can't be getting bagged by the boys in blue before we've even started. Boys in blue. Boys. Blue boys. You two may not have any more to lose, but your Uncle Eddie sure does. Gregory would never forgive me if I got the family office shut down. Thank you, Fender. I'm sure I owe you more than I'll ever really know.
Now we can talk to Kay. I hope I've been of help to you so far.
Let's talk to her for a bit.
I came back here because I thought it might jog my memory.
How about we go over what you remember one more time?
Okay. I was standing under the tree, sheltering from the rain. And then I saw a person in a red raincoat. And then they pushed me.
Can you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat?
I'm sorry. I just can't recall anything. Oh, but there is one thing. I could see the moon over their shoulder as they came closer and closer.
The moon, you say? The moon?
Dun, da, da, dun, da, da, dun, da, 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 da.
K like K, like okay?
Yeah, that's a pun.
The Moon Man.
Or the rabbit in the moon, if you know your Japanese mythology. Or folklore, rather.
Yes, it's all very fuzzy. Much like a bunny, but it was in the exact same place it is right now. Floating up there above the cherry blossoms.
So the moon was visible over the mysterious figure's shoulder. That's new information. I should keep it in mind.
What else? I keep feeling like there's something just on the edge of my memory.
There is. It could be the clue we need. Alright, just let it float to the top of your mind and say whatever comes into your thoughts.
Alright. I'm seeing... It's very faint, but I'm seeing a small restaurant. Just a counter and some seats.
The rabbit in the moon like Kaguya from Naruto. Oh, we do not talk about Kaguya from Naruto. Oh, I was reading the manga live when that was going on. I was following the manga when that happened. Oh boy. It never happened. That's right. Naruto just punched the abomination of evil and saved everybody. Just like in Soul Eater. The anime. We don't talk about the manga. Anyway, restaurant.
A beautiful golden soup. Not too thick. And it tastes just right.
The power of friendship, that's it. It all saved the day.
It's filled with delicious noodles. They're firm, but not too firm. And that's when a thought crossed my mind. I'm going to order another bowl!
A captivating memory, but sadly one that has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, noodles.
You used to say you were the second great thief Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw dedicated to stealing the truth. Do you really not remember any of that?
Oh, I think you're right. I was a noble.
Not a noble, Kay. A noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you got halfway there.
What else can we
Present. Faraday liked the temperature. Oh, you're thinking of Fahrenheit. Faraday is the name of the
electrical cage that's used to conduct electricity, the Faraday cage. Is this some kind of contract?
In a way, it appears to be a criminal contract of sorts, I suppose you could say.
A criminal. And I wrote this?
The letter isn't handwritten, so it's hard to say who actually wrote it.
I see. Ah. I'm sorry. I don't remember you well enough to accept a gift like that just yet.
Oh, that's alright, I wasn't offering it to you anyway.
I remember the person in the red raincoat. That much I'm pretty sure of.
But were they really coming towards you from beyond the concession stand?
Yes, they were walking right toward me. And I have proof, of course I do. I remember they had legs.
Engineering has my brain fried with the units of measurement. That's alright. I'm not good with, like, measurements either. Because, you know, we use metric and we use Celsius, and then you have the Fahrenheits and your inches and your yards and miles and your kilometers, and it's like, and then you have kilograms versus pounds, and it's like, how is anyone supposed to remember all that? But there's nothing out there beyond the stand. How could they have been walking on thin air? Although, I do remember that negative 40 degrees is the same, whether it's Fahrenheit or Celsius.
I don't know, maybe. Maybe they were a ghost.
A ghost? I'm sorry, Kay, but ghosts don't exist. They're the very antithesis of science. That's right. We had this conversation last week. Phoenix, right? The whole of Maya Fey's family, and also the cast of Ghost Trick would beg to differ.
This is one of those contradiction things, huh? A letter. I was carrying this, wasn't I? I'm sorry. I don't remember anything about it.
Nothing at all. Even the tiniest clue could help.
Alright, let's see. I think I might have just grabbed it on reflex when whatever happened to me happened. There's a saying, right? A falling person will clutch at a straw? What's the matter? You're making a strange face.
I don't want to dissuade you from trying, but please, I need you to think a little more before you speak.
I understand.
Or, Edgeworth, we could think before we... thing.
Alright, we did not talk to Fender.
Can't believe this thing's made the news already. How do they do it, huh? Hey, think they're filming us from the chopper up there right now? Go check the TV for me, Malzerino. Need to make sure they're catching my good side. Now, at a time like this? Absolutely not. That's ridiculous. Wait, I can check the TV again? Oh, we are.
As you can see, there's still a herd at work up on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings, correct? That's right. There have been people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation.
Well, this doesn't make our chances of getting out of here with Kay any rosier. We'll have to find a way to slip past the press. I'm a cool and mysterious customer, Malzerino, but I'm no spy. Well, maybe we can use him as a decoy if things get desperate. Okay, whatever you're thinking, quit it. I can tell it doesn't end well for me. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. I've got this cool-ass glowing clock face. That's actually really cool. It looks like this is being broadcast live, which means we're looking at the big building in real time.
Does that mean we're on TV too? Hi, Mom! I'm on TV!
I don't think so. Ow. I bit my tongue. The camera's far away enough and it's just dark enough that I think we're safe for now. At least we better be. If Kay's spotted, things will go from bad to worse before we know it. But hey. 50th floor, they say.
As you can see, there's still hard work up on the 50th floor. That's where the committee for blah 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 blah.
The reporter's right. You can see people moving around. Huh? Wait. Something's very wrong with this picture. And I can use a certain piece of evidence to help me deduce exactly what. There's a contradiction here hiding in plain sight.
Sure is. There's an extra floor!
Eureka!
Question. How many floors does this building have? Easy. 50, right? Wrong. Kinda ironic that just a few feet above where the committee works, its ugly little schemes, is a place where starry-eyed young romantics come to wish for everlasting smoochy times. Oh, I hate that. Please never say that again, Fender. I implore you.
But then, what's that dark space above the 50th floor?
Oh, I didn't even notice that on the Vive banner it says 17-year-old sought in connection with lawyer slaying? As if she's some kind of role-playing game enemy? The gloomy underbelly of love? Wait a minute. Exactly. The committee chamber is supposed to be on the top floor, directly beneath the viewing platform, but it actually appears to be located one floor below that. Clearly contradicting the supposed facts.
Maybe whoever wrote the pamphlet made a mistake?
Somehow I don't think so. Call me crazy, but... yes, you are crazy. There appears to be a hidden 51st floor.
Wow! And that's where they keep the gloomy underbelly of love?
No, that's further down. Ah, my heart! You didn't need to take it quite so literally, Kay. Good, then we can perhaps take this more seriously instead. Oh, come on, have you met me, Miles? That might be easier said than done. It'll still be easier than trying to enjoy your so-called jokes.
Oh, that's really it.
Alrighty. Now, I believe... now, yes. This should connect, because it doesn't make sense. Fender saying a naughty joke. Not that time, no, I don't think so. He's trying to be like... when he was talking about the underbelly of love. Because the joke is that the hidden floor is under this, like, very romantic rooftop garden. That's the joke. It's not actually that bad. If anything, honestly. Thinking back over what Case said... the person in the raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand. which implies that she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite the stand. She also said that she could see the moon over this person's shoulder. But when we checked just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. It was actually quite close to the building. Yet, Kay claims it's currently in the same spot in the sky as it was on the night of the incident. This throws the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of alignment with her story. I think her memories may have become confused somehow. What's more, if she really had been pushed over that railing, she would have never survived the fall. Therefore, I must conclude that she may not have fallen where she thought she did. Now, could this be a thing? Is this the thing? Yay! You may have fallen, Kay, but it couldn't have been over that railing. Because if you had, you wouldn't be alive now to tell the tale.
But I definitely remember standing under that tree. If I was pushed, the only way I could have fallen is over that railing, isn't it?
Not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole. Ooh, I've had that kind of nightmare. Those are terrifying.
The ground can just open up like that? How?
My bad. Not a joking matter. Sorry, kiddo. But it may also be closer to the truth than you think, Fender. Let's take another look at the ground in that area. There's a chance we might have missed something.
Yes. Like a little hatch. With fake grass on it.
Kay couldn't have fallen over the railing. So where did she fall? Where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. I must look at every nook and cranny. The ground here is covered in cherry blossoms. Even though the tree's not in full bloom yet, the strong wind up here is blowing the petals right off. It would have been nice if they'd thought to tidy up just a little, though. Is the Iska there? Great question. What's this? Feels like watching Dora. Loisimos! Looks like a service hatch. Kay, do you think you might have fallen down here instead? Nah, you'd never be as clumsy as that. Unless... We did it! Yeah!
I'm sorry. I just can't say one way or the other.
My bad, kiddo. Just another one of my silly musings. You don't have to take me so seriously, you know.
I don't? Never?
That's right, Kay. Never take Fender seriously. Well, maybe not never. If I told you to leap lyrically into my arms... Fender! Chill, Milesarino. Where's your sense of whimsy?
So, never then.
Ouch. Talk about a deep cut. Listen, Fender. If you were not Fender, but instead a... let's say a tall, blonde, rock star. Then maybe we'd be having a different conversation. What? How has a whole floor between the 50th and the viewing platform remained undetected all this time? You got me there. Kinda hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it, if you ask me. Anyone with...
Clavy. What? Clavicles?
I'm confused. I don't know what the emote meta is on Twitch. You got me there. Kinda hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it, if you ask me. That's precisely it. Things like stairs that are normally out in the open going unnoticed by people seems a bit implausible. Which can only mean that the 51st floor is no ordinary floor and can't be reached by ordinary means. Shit, I left my teleport scroll in the other pocket.
And then we'll just have to reach it through extraordinary means, right?
I don't know about extraordinary means. Maybe let's go for unconventional? Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found by the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of such a hatch? A room of some kind, perhaps? Gosh, I hope so! A secret room. Now you're talking my language.
Secret tunnel? Let's go take a look.
Alright, here we go. Oh, he does not look happy. What is this place? They got some shit down there.
Look at all that stuff down there. Is it a storeroom?
Whatever it is, I think we can safely say that this is where you fell. Go team! Strike one mystery off the list.
Yay!
Yes, but the greater mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. We have a red raincoated figure who can walk on air to account for, among other things. Hey, can't a guy bask in his success for a second? So we found a hidden storeroom. I vote we scooch on down and check it out. We have pretty much exhausted everything up here, and it can't hurt to take a look.
Investigation complete! Lo hicimos! Emma! Is that you, Mr. Richworth?
Emma! What are you doing here?
I heard about what happened from Detective Gumshoe! I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by and see what's going on.
This is Emma Skye. She's a high school student currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. The younger sister of a former superior of mine. We've also stood in court together.
The detective called me up in a panic. He said your badge fell off of the big building and that Kay was in a man's suit and...
What? Hold it right there. Oh, Emma's Phoenix companion, or that was Maya? Yeah, Emma was Phoenix's companion for a case that was added into the first game when it was re-released on the DS. Rise from the Ashes, it's called? Yeah. Didn't you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? But yeah, Maya's been Phoenix's companion for the rest of the original trilogy. And you're back again already?
Yep. I'm here with one of my
Oh boy.
I'm here with one of my professors. But not to do any schoolwork or anything, just some interpreting.
Then shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting around a crime scene?
Oh, it's fine. There's this wonderful thing called body language, after all.
That's not an actual language, Emma. Unless she's referring to sign language. Which is actually many languages around the world. And even dialects, depending on where you live.
Anyway, never mind me. This is about Kay. How is she? Where is she?
Aw, shucks. Isn't that sweet, K-Meister? Your little friend's worried about you.
Oh, yes.
Who's this guy?
Don't tell me you went and got a new assistant, Mr. Edgeworth.
Very funny, young lady. It's actually the other way around, I'll have you know.
Actually, Emma was in the first investigations game too for a case, and she was the forensics investigator for in the fourth game, Apollo Justice's game.
A defender, attorney at law, and senior partner at Edgeworth & Co. law offices.
Oh, excuse me. Edgeworth. So you are his assistant. Wait, attorney? Ooh, that's a new sprite. That's cute. Since when were you a defense attorney?
I'm not. To say it's complicated is an understatement. Let's not sweat the details for now, yeah? First things first.
But an attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Really?
Oof, it's like I'm not even here.
What is this? Some kind of weird experiment? You should have called me. I love experiments.
Perhaps we should head down below. I'll explain there.
I agree. The police could be here any minute.
What?
And who's this?
I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go.
Oh, all right, but you better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Pro... Attorney? Really?
Trust me, I'll explain that too. Ocaree-docaree-doo, down the hatch we go. To be continued. Oh, that's really good because I've been asked to help with the laundry. I shouldn't take terribly long. I will be back. I'll do that and then I'll come back. So.
Alright. I am back. Haha. Let us continue. Ooh, we're in the mystery hole now. Thank you.
It's as dark as a grave down here. Can't see the nose in front of my roguishly handsome face. Alright. Watch your step, Emma.
Ouch! I hit my head on something.
Make your way down slowly, Kay. I don't want you to slip.
Oh, yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
There's gotta be a light switch here somewhere. Ah, bingo! Whoa! This is... So the hidden 51st floor really is being used as a storeroom. We'll need to take a careful look over all these items.
Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, you promised me an explanation or three.
I did indeed. Oh, where to even start? Several hours later.
Wow, a lot's been happening, huh? What a case!
It's not supposed to fill you with excitement, Emma.
Seems you've gotten yourself into a real pickle, Mr. Prosecutor Attorney.
I'm not an attorney. Or a prosecutor anymore.
Well, whatever you are, I think it's time for science to lend a helping hand. Don't worry, I brought my entire kit with me.
Well, if you're sure.
Are you kidding? I live for moments like this. Here, let's make this all official.
What's the difference? I don't think there is a difference, honestly.
Good working with you again, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you, Miss Sky. And then there were 4. Alright, everyone, let's get to work.
I want to know where that elevator goes.
Looks like it goes... down. No!
Really? Unbelievable.
It's something we'll certainly want to investigate further, but we should look around up here first. Aye aye, Captain. Let me know if you find anything juicy.
I'll keep trying to see what I can remember. I'll let you know if anything comes to mind.
Thank you, Kay. Emma?
Ready, willing, and able to investigate, Mr. Edgeworth.
It doesn't go up? Wow. Yeah, no. I assume because it is a service elevator, not a proper, like, one made for public use. Very well, then let's begin.
But wow, we have a lot of stuff
From previous installments.
Also, who let that mannequin be naked? Who benakeded the mannequin?
HR! Where do I call HR? These are...
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
If I'm not mistaken, several of the items on display here are pieces of evidence from old cases of mine. But what are they doing here?
Yeah, we've got the...
We have the Iron Infant from Turnabout a Flame. We have the... I'm pretty sure this was President Wang's
plushie. The one that was in his TV set.
I've no idea what this is about.
Oh, the lantern? The bank! Maybe this is where the committee stores stuff it's looking into?
It can't be. Evidence like this is stored at the police department.
Well, clearly that's not the case here.
They don't keep stuff at the prosecutor's office too? When a case is ongoing, yes, but once the last trial has finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the precinct. Unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere.
And yet, here it all is.
There's no point in trying to figure out the whys right now. I should take a closer look at it all. They all have labels. Labels with numbers printed on them.
Exhibit numbers, maybe? You said they were all pieces of evidence, right?
Oh, I don't think those are... Yes, but judging by how the numbers are written and by the items themselves, I guess these are prices.
Prices? I would have never guessed that. Wait, but none of this stuff could be worth that much money, could it? The bank, probably.
The prices are very high indeed. It's no wonder she's surprised.
Unless it's all in yen, in which case the perfume bottle would be about $4, and that little handkerchief thing, cloth, that's about $2.40.
I must examine all these in detail.
Why the naked mannequin? A mannequin, huh? Oh, wait, I know! All thanks to my powers of scientific deduction, of course. It's evidence from an old case of yours, right?
Not this time. I've never seen it before in my life. It doesn't seem to fit with the other items in the room either. For one thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here?
Oh, probably to hold something that did have a price tag. Like a red raincoat? The baby! That's a cute little doll. It looks kind of like the Steel Samurai.
It's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was born burdened with the knowledge that he too would one day be called upon to fight for justice. I can't imagine the pressure that must have put him under. More than most people could bear. Yes, he is young, but you can sense it nonetheless. A certain tragic refinement.
Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, are you even listening to me?
Huh? Oh, of course. What were we talking about?
Never mind. Ah, isn't he a cutie? Look at this fluffy little guy.
That's the stuffed animal we found at Gourd Lake.
Yeah, there it is. That was Turnabout Trigger, the first case in this game.
He should be in the possession of the prosecutor in charge of that case. This little stuffy should be the prosecutor in charge of the case. What? So how'd he wind up here?
Aw, but look, he's missing his left horn.
He is, but he never had it in the first place. At least, not as far as we ever saw.
Defective merchandise, huh? Then we need to contact the manufacturer. Manufacturer, I demand a recall!
Now that I come to think of it, why would anyone give the president a broken toy to begin with?
Sentimental reasons, I would think. Broken plushie. Poor plushie. So this storeroom is actually more of a stock room.
It would seem so, much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases?
Who indeed? And who too? Who would even want to pay for all this stuff?
Somebody, clearly. The price tags are proof of that.
Wow. People really will collect anything, huh? Fascinating. You know, when I was like 12, I went through a phase of collecting just rubber bands. I don't know why, I just did.
That's odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it.
But it still has one of those signs in front of it.
Indeed. And look, there's an outline in the dust on top of the cloth!
That's why that's there! Oh, that's why that's there. That is why that is there. Come on, Eileen!
Sorry. I'd say something was probably sitting there until quite recently, wouldn't you?
You know what? I think you might be right, but I'm drawing a blank trying to imagine what.
Well, I might have an idea. A star-shaped outline? Don't we have a piece of evidence that might well be connected? We do, but we're gonna leave that for a minute.
Lantern!
A bottle of ink and a lantern. Both pieces of evidence from a previous case of mine.
But why? What's all this stuff that's related to you doing here?
It's not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time. The duration of the case and no longer. Perhaps this is all nothing but a coincidence.
Seriously, a coincidence? I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth.
We must always face up to the facts of a situation, however strange they may be. Isn't that what scientists believe too?
Oh, you want to talk about what scientists believe? Settle in. This may take a while. Bink! And perfume bottle.
It's a small bottle. One I've seen before.
2 weeks ago, actually. Oh, that's all? Nothing else to add?
Well, no. What more did you want me to say?
Hold up. I've got to write this down. Mr. Edgeworth can turn even the most boring topics into something picturesque with his explanations.
Ugh. Next time, try taking those kinds of notes in silence.
Alright, we have a...
There's nothing of interest here.
Strange. The Blue Badger costume. Alright, let's deduce.
Could this be related to the evidence somehow?
Oh, look at that. Yes, it is.
Eureka! Look closely at the scene in front of us, Emma.
Ooh, have you made a discovery? A scientific breakthrough, maybe?
I may have. Look at this piece of evidence. Do you see the connection?
Wait. Did it not proc? No, actually. What?
Maybe there wasn't one after all.
Wait. What? Oh.
Wait, what?
Huh? I thought I had it in the right place.
Eureka!
There we go.
The outline in the dust matches the bottom of the candelabrum exactly.
That was weird.
I'd say there's a very strong chance that this is where our murderer took it from.
Which would mean the candelabrum was evidence from another case.
It certainly seems likely, but that's not our concern right now. The key thing to note is that the murder weapon was taken from the storeroom.
We're learning. It's kinda creepy, all these masks lined up here in the dark.
Not a fan of horror movies, I take it?
No way! That stuff's so unscientific! What about Alien?
I think you mispronounced terrifying. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Alright, we've got...
It's the steel samurai and the nickel samurai.
The nickel samurai always seems kind of pleased with himself to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know. There's more to it than that. I'm Team Steel all the way.
You've just gone up in my estimation, Emma. Oh, you're into the steel samurai as well. Ah, I see. The The relationship counter goes up over his head like he's a sim.
We have... Who are these? What TV show are these from?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's called The Students of Starry School. It's about an elementary school where the students are all superheroes.
So their masks are modeled on sports safety helmets or something, right? And maybe the number of islets tells you their student ID number? So the one on the left would be number 1, and the right is number 2?
I suppose that could be it, yes.
Makes me think of Mucha Lucha. And that would mean a ton of slits for the kids with the highest ID numbers.
I have to admit to being a little intrigued by this show now. But like, the more eye holes there are, the more they just end up looking like bugs.
Which, honestly, that makes sense too. A lot of Japanese superhero shows, their protagonists take a lot of design cues from like beetles. Which is why bug type is super effective against dog type. Anyway, who the hell is this?
These are all case files from various murders.
What? But why would they be in here?
They should be safely under lock and key at the courthouse or the prosecutor's office, which would suggest that somebody removed them without permission. Something very suspicious is going on here. We need to find out more.
We do. I wanted to look at that mask, but we've also got the Blue Badger and his friends. The Pink Princess.
She's the only heroine the Steel Samurai series needs.
What do you mean, Edgeworth? You can say that again. I love the Pink Princess.
You watch shows like that, Emma?
Of course. You love them too, right?
Well, I don't really know all that much about them, but sure.
He said, lying like a liar. Really? Because I saw the Steel Samurai figure in your office, so I thought.
I can't believe even Emma's seen it.
You just have it on display in your office. How do you expect people to not look at it?
There's a selection of masks arranged on the rack here. There's even a Steel Samurai. And what an impressively authentic likeness it is, too.
The scientist in me is sensing something strange, though. A lack of consistency, you know?
In the sense that the characters represented here feel a little haphazard somehow. I don't disagree. There's even an empty space here.
Yeah, just an empty hook right in the middle.
Is somebody using that one, perhaps?
I don't think so. Who are these guys? That's Captain Saipan! He's super popular overseas. Everybody loves dressing up like him. Kids, adults, you name it. Dogs.
I find the flower on his head a little excessive myself.
And this one is Onyankopon. That mask. That's Global Hero Onyankopon!
And why is that so shocking?
You really don't know. Everything about the show is secret. When it's on TV, who makes it? So the merchandise is super rare. What?
It sounds to me like whoever made it may have simply gone out of business.
I like Onyankopon. I think he's cool. Also, the name is just real fun to say. Onyankopon. Hey, a Jammin' Ninja mask should be there.
Kay was carrying a Jammin' Ninja mask when she was found, but it looks like it might have originally come from this hook.
Scientifically speaking, that doesn't seem like a crazy hypothesis. Which would mean that Kay was really here.
As you put it, not a crazy hypothesis. But why?
Did she come to steal something, maybe? There's all kinds of stuff here.
The because she's a great thief who steals the truth, I suppose. No, I think it's too early to jump to any conclusions. No, I just noticed even the case files here have prices on them. Oh, and the masks are priced at 50,000. Is that for the whole set, or is that 50,000 for each mask? Maybe for the whole set. 50,000 per mask sounds a little excessive, even for merchandise.
Scientifically speaking, I'd say this looks like some kind of wooden icebox. Yeah. The chains are probably to stop the cold air from escaping. Sorry, I'm just making sure my night light don't turn on yet.
I don't mean to contradict you, Emma, but isn't this just a box for storing clothes in? The wood is imbued with a natural repellent that keeps moths away.
Oh, yeah, sure. Guess you could look at it that way too. And keeping your clothes chilled would be nice for the summer, right?
Still not prepared to let go of that particular part of your hypothesis, I see.
A chained up clothes box. What's that about?
You have the bad bag, the Badgermobile. We have another piece of the Steel Samurai's costume, I think. Oh, it did not like me moving that and that.
A bunch of trophies and... Oh, look! Somebody's left a walkie-talkie here!
It looks to me like it was put there deliberately. Rather like it's on display, to be honest.
Hey, there are batteries in here too. It could be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind if we use it for a little while, will they? I can take it to the police station afterward.
Someone's starting to sound like a certain great thief.
Oh, we can't look at the trophies? Damn. Wait, those are the trophies from Tangaroa's mansion. And this
statue.
This is the Elif Red. What is it? Got some new data for me?
Not exactly. It's just something from a case I worked on. A piece of evidence.
Yeah. This is the Elif Red from Turnabout Airlines. And it's the real one too, judging by the red eyes.
I believe it's called the Alfred statue. No, Edgeworth. And there were two of them. A real one and a fake.
Yeah, the fake one had orange eyes.
Whichever one this is, it shouldn't be here of all places. Yeah, it really shouldn't be.
And for 2.4 million... An old case, huh? I guess you have worked on a bunch of different... Huh? Gotcha!
Oh no!
No. Not her. Anyone but her. Caught in the act. Red dang-handed. Guiltier than a tomcat covered in cream.
Why did it have to be her of all people?
Ugh!
Ah, my eyes! Stop that at once!
Please, no flash photography. Ain't no stopping my snapping. Not till I got every dang detail and then some. Y'all think I'm about to let a bunch of dirty criminals go before I get the shot? Think again. We're not criminals. Yeah, sure. Pull the other one. It's got bells on. Ugh. This here camera's a weapon of justice. It ain't about to be hornswoggled by your cheap denials.
Oh, it's you.
Huh? You're that low-down, dirty jerk of a prosecutor, ain't ya?
Who are you Oh, typo. Who are you calling a low-down dirty jerk? This is Lotta Hart. A photojournalist by trade. We've crossed paths on a few occasions, especially on that one particular case. She is hard to forget, and even harder to get a word in edgewise with.
Quit making that face, will ya? That's the face of a no-good schemer if I ever saw one.
Seems I didn't leave the best of impressions on her either.
Well, it's payback time, Mr. Schemer. You ought to be thankful all as I want from you is a couple pictures. But we're just here to investigate. Oh, sure you are. If by investigate you mean pull the wool over Lotta's mile-wide eyes.
That's a lot of wool. Why are your eyes so big?
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought she might listen to me.
It didn't hurt to try, I guess, but we're probably better off leaving her alone for now.
You said the statue was a piece of evidence from an old case of yours, right?
It's...
Oops. I thought that was gonna be Edgeworth. It's pretty weird looking, I have to say.
It's known as the Alfred statue.
The what?
The what? The Alfred statue.
But it says here that it's called the Alif Red statue. Alif Red, Alfred, Alif Red.
Huh? What are you muttering about?
Oh, nothing. Let's carry on looking around, shall we?
He doesn't realize he remembered it wrong.
Whoa, that's one heck of a desk. I wonder who it belongs to.
There are four male figures acting as legs holding up the tabletop in the center. It's hideously cringy. Oh, there is something very delightful about Edgeworth calling something cringy. It doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to loop back around. Ooh! Ooh! Cringy and not even camp. Oh, what an insult to desks.
Is this from one of your old cases too, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I can't think of anyone related to any of my investigations with such ostentatiously awful taste. At least I don't think there was. Oh, wow.
Who did have a desk like that? Who had a desk with 4 men under the...
Piles of banknotes just left out for all to see. A little tasteless, wouldn't you say?
No way. These are all $100 bills. That's a fortune right there. How many years would it take for you to make that much money, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please, Emma, I don't even want to think about it.
Wait. Sorry, I'm still stuck on that desk. I'm like, who the heck would have a kind of desk like that? I just don't remember. What is that giant head thing?
It's the head of the great Mrs. Monkey. I remember that case well.
Turnabout Samurai.
But how did they even get it up here?
Huh? Mrs. Monkey? That doesn't sound right. Are you sure you didn't get the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Or misremembered it somehow?
Don't be ridiculous. As if I'd ever make such a mistake.
Also, it's been sold.
Oh, we can't even look at the this here. What's it called? Suitcase.
Wow, this is some sturdy construction. Thick floor plate, sturdy supports. At a rough estimate, I say it could hold 50 of you easily, Mr. Edgeworth.
Except for the fact that it's nowhere near big enough.
You say that, but pack yourselves in tight enough and I think you might just do it.
I really don't think so. And anyway, we have more important things to be investigating.
What would anyone do with 50 Edgeworths, honestly?
We can theorize about the elevator once we're done.
Maybe you're right. Fine. 45 Mr. Edgeworths. 48 tops.
We can't even look at that painting in the back, which...
I don't know about all you, but it's giving me Joseph Joestar.
Part 3 Joseph Joestar, I should say. Oh boy, this whole experience is enough to boggle a guy's mind. Mysterious storerooms, damsels in distress, it's got the lot. Could you at least try to take things a little more seriously, Fender? Hey, I can try. No, but seriously, I'm as keen to help Kay out as you are. She's safe with me. You go do your thing. It's not Kay I'm worried about, it's you. God forbid the elevator breaks while you're on it and you fall to your death.
Oh, let's talk to... Wait, did we talk to Kay? Can we give her anything? Can we show her anything else? That's a really cute toy. It's a cow, right?
Yes, it appears to be. Fender's sprite in the elevator is so silly for some reason. It is! He's got a really funny face. I'll point it out when we see it again. You and me, we saw it somewhere else not so long ago.
It's missing a horn. Who would have heard a toy like... my head!
Kay, what's the matter?
I don't know, but looking at the cow toy, it made my head hurt really bad.
I better not make her look at it any longer.
Psychic damage!
Yeah, no, he's got a really dopey look on his face. I can't tell if he's like got his mouth open or what, in like a weird little tiny half smile thing. But he looks like he's about to drop to sleep.
Yeah, where were we?
High price tags and lots of money. I'd say this was some kind of backdoor auction. We've seen items of old evidence marked with price tags along with a huge pile of cash. I think it's pretty clear that somebody has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods.
Shady deals on a hidden 51st floor?
Excuse me.
This is big. It has to be, right?
I think it might be. But we'll need to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on here. If only there was an eyewitness we could interview! Oh. An eyewitness, huh?
Oh, if only there was someone we could ask. But I don't think we know anyone in here.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're standing on my foot.
I don't think there's anyone we can talk to. No, I think we're just stuck. I think there's no leads. We're done. We're cooked. Roasted even. Put the fork in me, the turkey's done. Wait.
We have to do it. We have to talk to her. We have to talk to Lotta. Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart? I should sip my drink.
Me? I told you, I'm in it for the truth. For the good of society. And for little old me, of course. I'm a photographer for the people.
I didn't vote for you.
For the people?
If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess. Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence trafficking scheme here in the storeroom.
Oh, so she's after a juicy story. Makes sense. What? How'd y'all figure that out? What do you think? Guess it means I don't have to tippy-toe around it anymore now.
I wish this was Tabby instead. At least Tabby's cute.
One of my sources told me on the down low about an underground auction.
Well, they were half right. It's above ground. What? So all the items here
Were sold to the highest bidder. Folks was slinging money around like it was going out of fashion. Had to come see here for Had to come see for myself, of course. Get eyes on my subject, you know. Should have heard the tales my contact was telling. Taller than 2 trees, or so I thought at first. Anyhow, wasn't about to write it up based on hearsay alone.
Well, at least you got that going for you.
So yesterday I snuck in, slunk behind this here statue, and got stuck. I settled in to wait. Bidding started late at night, carried right on through to the break of dawn.
So the auction and the murder happened on the same night. Coincidence? Tell us about the storeroom auction.
Dirty deals in a secret storeroom. Talk about a story.
Was there anything else on sale apart from the items of evidence in this room?
Sure. There was regular old stuff too. Shady artworks from who knows where, that kind of thing.
In what way are shady artworks regular exactly?
But the evidence was the big draw for sure. Reckon they were selling them faster than the crooks could smuggle them out of the cop and prosecutor shops.
And I'll bet you got pictures of the whole thing, right, Miss Hart?
Well, you see, the main event was down below. I had to try to see what I could from up here.
Having been up here since yesterday, I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish then? How hungry are you? Have you had a bathroom break? A nap?
It was an underground affair, like I said, so folks wasn't exactly giving much away. All them customers came down one at a time from up on the roof there. Threw on masks just soon as they got down the ladder, and that ain't all. They had voice-changing doodads on them, see? Teeny tiny ones, dinkier than a bug's behind. So you couldn't see the real faces and you couldn't hear the real voices. Surreptitious as all heck.
I like that.
You mean... Oh, oops. You mean surreptitious, right? I said what I said. Yeah, no. I surely do. Sweet, sweet surreptitude. Surreptitude.
Is that a word? I'm afraid to find out. Also not a word. Thank you, Edgeworth has my back.
Anywho, once they had their gear on, they went right on downstairs. And then in came the next one. When it came time to leave, they all done the same, but in reverse. Up they came again, one by one by one. Masks back on the hook, up the ladder and away. Whoa, that's a serious operation. Whoa.
And how many participants were there?
Well, I don't know, you think I can count?
Oops, sorry. I was wrong.
11 altogether. I counted them when they came down the ladder.
Well, I guess they were coming in up one by one, so... Anyway. What time is it? Oh, yep.
Time for me to do up my lamps. Just 1 second. Shouldn't take me too long. Oh, that's right, I left my game on. My phone open.
I'm sure it's fine. I'll just put it on charge. I'm not facing the lamp the right way. Lamp. My phone light. There we go. Now to blind myself. Also my camera and puppet string can track me properly. Put my headphones back on so I can hear things. Oh, rub it on here. I did that. Getting all my wires thingied. Alright. Where was I? Your stakeout.
I didn't just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know.
You didn't? Then where were you?
Well, when I first got here, You know what? That ain't important right now.
So you were hiding behind the statue from the very beginning.
Anywho, I watched all them folks come in from my spying spot there in the shadows. I see. So you were watching from behind the statue. I used that there elevator to get down below. And once they was all down there, I snuck up and took me a peek at what was going on.
You mean the elevator remained in the room beneath?
No, they sent it back up. But there's this little peeky hole if you know where to look. Elevator don't quite sit flush with the floor, see? And if you bend down and squint just right, you can see the whole shebang.
Did you catch sight of who was in charge?
Alright, sure, I guess I did. Ain't half so good a story if you don't get a glimpse of the evil ringleader after all.
I wonder who this ringleader is. I'll have to ask her some more.
Can we show her things? No offense and all, but if you're trying to reel me in here, y'all better have some tasty bait on that hook. By which I mean scoops, and plenty of them. I want scoops of ice cream.
She didn't seem interested in that at all.
I want ice cream. Hey, I know that pin. We don't have any ice cream. Well, we do, I just don't want to get it. I don't feel like it. It's all downstairs.
It belongs to the real Yatagarasu. You may be interested to learn that.
You're kidding, right? That store is older than my grandpa's drawers. I need something more relevant, you know? Something that'll hit hard and boggle minds.
Or would you go so far as to fabricate information in order to boggle minds, as you put it?
What do you think I am, huh? Nah, I'll just spice it up a little. Add a couple bells, maybe some whistles, who knows? Even a cherry on top if the mood takes me.
That's the very definition of fabrication. Embellishment, but who's keeping count?
Actually. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, that was nothing. What do you think of this plushie? She thinks nothing of the broken plushie. How dare.
Alright, tell us about the ringleader. Or don't. I'm not your father. You mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them?
Y'all should know I came here to get me an exclusive. And an exclusive ain't much dang good if you done spilled the beans already.
I see. So you don't actually know anything about them?
You think that's why she won't give us an answer?
Makes sense, I guess.
You got me. I couldn't see if it was a man, a woman, a kid, or an old-timer. Nothing. Could have been a weird cryptid thing. With giant ears, antlers.
Wait a minute. What were they wearing? Could you see that at least?
Oh, sure. White jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flare on the lapel. Them 3 things is what I remember. Ooh! But what good's a description of the outfit if I don't got a clue who was wearing it?
So this ringleader disguised their identity too, just like everybody else.
Yes, sirree. Mask, voice changer, whole 9 yards.
They were wearing one of the masks. Which one?
Let me see. Yeah, this guy, Zervan.
Zervan? What kind of a name is that?
Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, you've never heard of Zervan? He's global hero Onyankopon's arch nemesis. Who hasn't heard of Zervan the Time Lord?
Oh no. I think you might be better off asking who has. So, you didn't get a good glimpse of their face at all?
Nah, dang well didn't. Which kinda scotches my scoop. This whole mess has been nothing but a snipe hunt. I should've never come.
We know somebody who is just like that. Maybe I should try showing that evidence to Miss Hart.
Oh, now it's pertinent. Hey, we found a flower. Damn it!
You said that the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct?
Sure did. Don't ask me why they was dressed up like a peacock on parade day, but they was.
What, like an albino peacock? Is this the outfit you saw?
Well, holy smokes, it sure as heck is. But wait, so the big cheese is dead?
All we know is that she is the victim in the case we're investigating.
Her name was Rosie Ringer. Do you know her? Excuse me. No? So the ringleader was a lady? Well, ain't that just slippier than a dang deal? Throw me off with a man's jacket like that?
I hardly think she did it to fool you specifically. But setting that aside for now, what's important is that we've discovered something vital to the case. Namely, that the underground auction was chaired by none other than our victim.
So somebody done bumped off the boss, huh? Well, then, that's what was happening.
When what was happening? Wait, what?
Oh, nothing at all. Y'all just go on about your business now. Oops. No offense, Miss Hart, but that made you sound about 5 times more suspicious. Suspicious, my foot. I told y'all it's nothing. And you won't get nothing more out of me than that.
Wait, so there is more?
Oh, how many times do I gotta tell you? It ain't nothing, Kay? And I ain't saying nothing either way. Aw, you could tell us just a little more, pretty please. Please. Onegaishimasu. Oshiete kudasai. I'll tell you this, okay? I'm a journalist, a news hound, a scoop hunter, you hear? I hunt them ice creams. Real good. Exclusive articles go out, money comes in. That's how the game is played.
I think I have one of those as a Kairosoft game.
Tell you more? Heck, I done told y'all too much already. Wait, what if I, examined some fingerprints for you, pro bono? What kind of cockamamie think is that? I'd sooner get a tooth pulled. You want intel? Y'all go dig it up yourselves just like I had to.
Okay. Guess she isn't going to talk to either of us. I'll get the shovel. Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma. Oh no. Oh no. There's a certain technique I find useful when dealing with difficult customers such as her. She may not give up the information voluntarily, but that doesn't mean she can't be persuaded to. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's start by observing our opponent. Sorry, I was just recalibrating my camera.
I ain't telling y'all nothing here. Now quit wasting my time before I really blow a fuse.
As we've seen, she's very quick-tempered. She'll try to cut the conversation dead whenever possible. I won't have much time to think, so I'll need to be swift and decisive. Miss Hart is definitely hiding something from me, so my first move is to discover what that something is. Mind chess. Let's talk about this reasonably. I can see you're a little agitated, Miss Hart. Let's just...
I am calm, dang you. Leastways I will be just soon as y'all quit yanking my dang chain. That's better. Being a news hound's all about keeping a cool head no matter what the world throws at you, see?
That's a lie. Speaking of news hounds, this might interest you. I met one a few days ago. She was a very hungry young reporter indeed. I bought her some ice cream. A reporter with a very particular turn of phrase. Similar to your own, in fact.
Oh yeah. She spoke like me, huh? I guess that could have been someone I know.
She was your sister. She was your apprentice. Her name's Tabby Lloyd. And if I closed my eyes, I could have believed I was listening to you. She told me about somebody she called the Chief. She was talking about you, wasn't she?
Oh! So y'all met Tabby, huh? Well, ain't that something? Where'd y'all bump into her? She's a great kid, reckon. Wait. Oh, no, you don't. You ain't getting on my good side bringing her into this, you sneaky snake. Ooh, you nearly had me, too.
Interesting. Talking about Miss Lloyd seemed to make her lower her guard a little. I think we can use that to our advantage. Tell me what you know. I need you to tell me everything you know. And don't you dare leave anything out.
Oh, go jump in a creek, you big bully. Why should I tell you anything? You don't got nothing to do with me, nor me with you, neither.
Time to deploy my clue. I know your apprentice. I don't have anything to do with you. That's a little unkind, don't you think? After all, I know your apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact.
Yeah? Well, I guess it does seem kind of cold of me to say that if you know her pretty good. I wouldn't want the poor kid thinking I don't give a rat's behind.
Good. Then you'll tell us what you know.
Fine. See, it's like this. You got me. Wait, what am I thinking? Ah, dang it, Lotta. You can't let him bamboozle you that easy.
What was that about a skoo? Oh, I remember that joke. I remember that from a certain other playthrough.
Oh, forget it. It was nothing.
You have a scoop of some kind, don't you? You're about to go to school, weren't you? How embarrassing. A professional journalist making a careless slip of the tongue. You have a scoop, don't you? Now tell me what it is.
Ah! All right, I got me a scoop. A big one. It's ice cream. But I can't just go blabbing about it to y'all. I got bills to pay.
She may be hiding something very important. I'll have to get it out of her somehow. We need to know the details of this scoop. Not the school. She's quick to anger, but she's also quick to let key information slip. Now that we know that, the rest shouldn't be too hard. Let's see what else we can get out of her. Is related to an incident of some kind. Your big scoop involves something criminal in nature, doesn't it?
Well, might be it did, might be it didn't.
Which is it? It's important.
All right, you don't gotta holler at me like that. I ain't done nothing shameful or nothing. I just snuck in and did some undercover reporting.
Shoot. Sneaking in is a problem. I'll be the judge of whether your actions were shameful or not. An unlawful entry into private property is very shameful indeed. In fact, it's a crime.
Oh, that was good. Hey! You did the exact same thing, genius! Oh, but I guess you're a prosecutor, huh? You're allowed to do stuff like that.
Let's not mention the fact that I handed in my badge, shall we? Yes, God forbid she finds that little tidbit out.
Still, it don't amount to a whole hill of beans, right? There's folks out there that have done way worse. Murder, for one? Next to murder, trespass ain't hardly nothing.
Your scoop's about a murder. So you committed a murder, did you? From your mutterings about murder just now, I gathered that your scoop has something to do with a homicide.
Nah, I was just talking all hypothetical like. You know, about murder being the big one and all. Ain't nothing worse than murder.
Not the most skillful evasion I've heard in my career.
Look, I done told y'all, okay? I snuck into the auction, I'll cop to that. But murder? I don't know nothing about no murder. Ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing. Scout's honor.
I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. Oh. Let's try another tack. Alright, it's related to the auction. This scoop of yours, does it have something to do with the auction?
You know what? I clean forget.
But you tried to infiltrate an underground auction? Above ground, at that. It only stands to reason that you observed something. Otherwise, what would you have to write about?
I don't know what to tell you. I didn't hear nothing.
Did you hear something from Miss Lloyd? You do realize you have nowhere to turn, don't you?
Oh, that was wrong. I'll quit riding me, will ya? This whole thing's a waste of my precious time.
Ma'am? Ma'am? No. 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 Mm-mm. Unless you were a tall, blonde, robotic rock star. Absolutely not.
Ooh! That's a big timer penalty! Okay, let's try this again.
But you did hear the sound of something. If you didn't hear the sound of nothing, does that mean you did hear the sound of something? It's a very literal way to put that, but okay. Something during your time in this room? It's actually not wrong grammar to say you didn't hear nothing. It's just hyperbole.
Well, see, it wasn't nothing really. Just a little noise is all. Wouldn't even make page 16. Forget I mentioned it.
So something happened during the auction. Something that made a noise of some kind. This could be a valuable clue. Alright. Back we... You sneaking in is the problem.
Oh my god. Murder for one, trespassing. Ah! I don't got time for this hog swill. That's it. I'm out of here.
Ah! Curses!
Oh. What? Huh?
I can't give up now. I have to keep pushing. Alright, once more, onto the breach. Oh, I love that. Oh, do I have to do this all? Okay. Do I have... Alright, let's just run through all this. You did hear the sound of something. Okay, now back to the incident, which is that. Sneaking in is a problem. Murder for one, trespass ain't hardly nothing. Your scoop's about a murder.
I don't know nothing about murder. I didn't hear nothing.
But you did hear something, didn't you? You told me you heard something during the auction. You claimed it wasn't important, but it must have been. Otherwise, why remember it? I think it was something very memorable indeed. In fact, I believe it was the cry of a murder victim.
How do you keep doing that? All right, it's true. I wound up smack dab in the middle of a murder scene, but only by accident. That's all you're getting out of me. I won't be no scoop left otherwise.
The murder Miss Hart witnessed. It must be the same murder we ourselves have been investigating. That should prove to be a very valuable piece of information indeed. Perhaps we should finish up by confirming the credibility of her claim. I have her on the back foot now. Time to finish this. Tell me more about the incident. I need you to describe the murder in detail. It's vitally important.
Wish I could help y'all, but I don't rightly recall a whole bunch. Ain't much I can tell you, sorry. I mean, look at me. Can't even get my facts straight half the time.
I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. Were you really in the middle of the scene? You said you wound up in the middle of a murder scene. Is that really true?
You're calling me a liar now? Ooh, now I'm mad, real mad.
Well, I ain't calling you a truther. Stay mad.
I'm a journalist. How am I gonna sell stories if folks can't trust that I'm telling the truth? Ooh. Boy, if that's not topical as hell. I got me a motto, you know. Faster than anybody, honester than everybody.
A motto, huh? That could be an important clue. I should bear that in mind. Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me.
Ain't nothing left to tell, dang it. I done spilled my guts already. Oh, yeah, okay. Tell me more about the incident.
I thought you were honester than everybody. I can't imagine that being so vague on the facts is a trait valued among journalists, excuse me. Surely accuracy and honesty are what's necessary when reporting on a story. Oh boy. I wish that was still true. I mean, it is true, but you get what I mean. Current events. Let's not dwell on it.
Well, see,
It seems your so-called information isn't credible after all.
look, there was a murder and I was there. I can even prove it.
You can prove it, can you? How?
I got it right. Wait, you heard that?
I read it.
I was just talking myself. Don't think nothing of it.
She's still hiding something.
There we go. Okay. Jeez. Be honest, you're definitely still hiding something.
Oh. I know you've been keeping something from me. And that something is proof. Proof related to the murder you witnessed. Proof sound enough to form the basis of a story you're hoping to sell.
Ah! Dang it all to heck! Give me a break, will you? I'll come clean, okay? That's what you want, right? Here, I done snapped me a photo. Happy now? You better be.
I'm just happy I don't have to talk with you like this again. And that is checkmate. Call me mate, cause I'm checked the fuck out.
Can't believe I let that happen. Betrayed by my own big mouth.
Well, it happened. So it's time to tell us everything. Well, that happened.
I saw the whole thing. Watched that auction from start to finish.
But you didn't just watch it, right? You took pictures too.
Yeah, about that. So like I said, I was spying on the whole thing straight from the get-go. They was all shouting out bids, then somebody'd win something, and bam! Down comes a hammer. Head on upstairs and pay, shouts the old ringleader. And then the whole thing starts over again. Anyhow, as soon as that happened, I had to think quick. That's when I ran behind that there statue and hid.
And who was it that eventually appeared?
Didn't see nothing, but I heard something that made me pretty sure it was whoever placed the winning bid. The sweet, sweet sound of cold, hard cash.
I'm not sure I have any idea what that sounds like. The sound of someone counting bills, perhaps?
Anyhow, the deal was you settled your bills up here. I heard two people yabbering for a little while.
Wait, so two people came up on the elevator?
You betcha. My guess is the other one was our friend, the ringleader. Anyway, yabber, yabber, yabber. On it goes for a little while, and then, ah! A scream. Well, that shook me up pretty good, so I hunkered down in my hiding place and tried to stay out of sight.
So you didn't see the moment of the murder?
Nah, but I heard it real good. You didn't try and help whoever was being attacked? Quit trying to be funny, girlie. It don't suit you none. I'm just a dainty little journalist all on her lonesome. Y'all think I was fixing to jump in and save the day?
Dainty?
Anyhow, then there was a bunch of rustling sounds. Right about when that was happening, I got to feeling pretty bad about what I'd done.
That makes sense, I guess. After all, I didn't
remember to get out my camera and snap even a single picture. Scoop like that drops around in my lap and I miss it. Somebody ought to tan my hide.
I'll get my whip out. Hold on. I'm kidding. I don't have a whip. Not a full-length one, anyway.
Anyhow, then a little more time goes by and there's this kind of clattering noise. I'm there thinking, gotta get the shot this time. And so I grab one real quick from in the shadows there.
Could we see this photograph?
Oh, do I have to? Here.
That's...
The person in the red raincoat. The one who attacked Kay.
So Kay's raincoated assailant also attacked the victim here in the storeroom. Then proceeded up to the roof where they assaulted Kay. There's only one person in this picture. Where's the victim?
Weird, huh? I wondered the same thing. Heard 2 people, but there was only one in the shot I got. And I didn't see nobody nowhere else in the room, neither. But that's the killer, all right. Leastways, I'm pretty sure it is.
So are we saying the victim disappeared? Oh, I have an idea. How did you know it was the killer just by looking?
Because they're literally red-handed with blood. How else would that get there, huh?
And the auction just carried on after that?
Sure did. They just went right along like nothing had happened. Rich folks is crazier than a box of frogs. I'll never understand how they think.
Funny. I find journalists to struggle to understand as well.
Interesting. Ask me anything, I'm all ears. Oh. Great, but we don't actually need to do that. Okay, let's see what we have. Illicit auction held in the big building. Items on sale, mainly items of police evidence related to homicide cases. 11 attendees altogether, wearing masks. Auction continued even after murder occurred. Fascinating. Which makes me wonder about the keycard records.
Okay. That is fascinating.
Photograph of the figure.
Oh?
Also blood on hand. We should keep that in mind. Now, do we have any puzzle pieces we can... Can this do? It do!
If the storeroom was the actual scene of the crime, then you'd expect the body to have been up here at some point as well.
Huh? Well, yeah.
But think back to what Miss Hart told us about how the customers left the auction. Do you remember?
Of course. They came up from downstairs, back through the storeroom, and... Oh!
Exactly. The killer would have had to hide the body in order to avoid its discovery. The question is, where did they hide it? Emma, if you'd mind putting your skills to work for me now?
I'd love to. You just say what you need and I'll get right on it.
Very well. Then I'd like you to check for blood residue. A luminol test, in other words.
Sure thing. Prepare to witness the power of science! Yay.
I've never seen somebody's eyes actually sparkle with anticipation before.
Alright, how about we test the ladder over there first? Based on Miss Hart's picture, I'd say the person in the red raincoat was about to climb it and make their escape. Which means there's a high chance of a positive result. To test an area, just press the button. That'll spray a little luminol on it. And if it happens to land on some blood, you'll see it react like this. Ugh. It still feels super raw to see it just appear like that. Anyway, that's a positive, but it's still faint. Spraying it a couple more times should be enough to really make it stand out.
I'm glad it's not fingerprinting.
Yeah, that brought it out nicely. And made it feel that much more real. Anyway, I think you've got the gist of how to look for blood traces now, right? Yeah. I'm sure there's still some more to be found, so why don't you give it a try? There we go. 2! And that's how it's done. Oh, that was quick. Take a good look around and see if you can find some other places to test with the luminol. Sure, let's have a lookie. You want to test there? Yep. Sorry, it's a negative. Aw, man. How about this box? You want to test there? Ooh! Yes! Haha! Blood! Mr. Edgeworth, blood!
But how could it have gotten there?
Maybe somebody put something with blood on it in there. Like a dead body! Oh! There are still places we haven't tested yet. Let's see what else we can find. How about the masks? Sorry, that's a negative. Simpsons trophies? Nothing. Deli Fred? Nothing. The desk? Nothing. Dang it. But the elevator will. Right? There we are. Ding! We've got a positive. There's blood here. But how come?
Probably because this is where the murder was actually committed, I'd say.
Oh, looks like some of it dripped through to the floor below, too. I think that's all the blood there is to be found.
Alright, then that concludes this phase of our investigation.
There we go. That should do it. Makes sense to me.
Blood in the clothes box can only mean one thing. That is where the body was hidden. I'm certain of it.
I wonder who won the box in the auction.
I haven't the foggiest. Still, it's a very helpful discovery.
Now you just hold your horses there. There's no way that body could have been in there.
What do you mean?
I took a look at that there box when I first got in here. Looked to be just about the perfect size for a little hide-and-go-seek if the need arose. But you didn't use it for that, did you? Maybe it would have been if I could have opened it. But it was wrapped in chains and locked up tight. And I ain't no escapologist. The murder happened just a little after I scoped it out, so ain't nobody have put no body in there.
Wrapped in chains and locked up tight, you say? That's odd. Because it doesn't look to be wrapped in chains any longer.
Huh? Well, slap my head and call me silly. Could have swore it was, though.
I think we've examined all we can for now.
Great. Time to see what's waiting down below.
Shaking a leg already, are we, Miles? Okie dokie. Hey, K-Meister.
Yes, Mr. Fender?
We're about ready to move out, so I want you to stick with me, okay? Can't have you getting lost.
Of course. I'll be sure to stay close.
When did those two start getting along so well?
Let him on in the elevator. Look at that! back in the committee chamber. Whoa.
Mr. Edgeworth? Hello again. This room.
This is the auction room. This is the auction room? No, this is the committee chamber. Way to drop right into my lap, K. Faraday.
Duh.
Sorry? You've got real guts, I'll give you that. Arrest her, men! Arrest her, right now!
Wait, but she's...
As for the rest of the riffraff, throw them out onto the streets where they belong.
God damn it. This case has been fun to sit through while making a big breakfast. Hell yeah. It's been interesting, because I have very few memories of this case from the time when I played it.
You can't do this. This is going way overboard.
Yeah, what she said.
Oh no! Oh, they're coming in closer!
Miles, this isn't looking good, I gotta say. What is that fucking...
I just noticed. Do you see that? Do you see this? Who the fuck is that? Who the hell is that? See how the blinding light of justice... Ah! Oh, thank God. Franzie's here. Yowie!
Well, what did I do?
You'll have to forgive me. I meant to hit a certain cowardly ex-prosecutor. You weren't aiming for him. You were aiming straight at me. Something keeps getting in my way. Something. Ah!
Right there. Franziska.
So, what are you doing here, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor?
I still believe Kay to be innocent.
And we're supposed to care what you believe? You no longer have the right to an opinion. Wow! Tell us how you really feel. I am Franziska von Karma, and I have no intention of stopping here or now. But you chose to stop by giving up your badge. And so our game has already come to an end. Well, that can't be right. I've still got another case left of the game.
My badge was an obstacle to proceeding along the road I've chosen. I haven't stopped. I've simply cleared the way ahead. And now I'm free to follow that road, all the way to the truth. So don't you think for a second that my conviction has changed. I'm every bit as dedicated as I ever was.
You seem to think you know what lies at the end of this road to the truth.
I do know what lies at the end of the road to the truth. It's the truth. What else?
In that case, I demand that you show me. I'll explain my current theory first, and if your road fails to lead anywhere, my whip will happily guide it. Oh boy! Franziska's current theory. The victim used her keycard and entered this chamber with her killer. She was then stabbed with the candelabrum by the culprit and subsequently died as a result. We know the identity of the murderer thanks to the letters she exchanged with the victim.
Honestly, I'm still mad that we haven't made the connection between the two letters we have yet.
And we know the location of the murder is here in the committee's trial chamber. The blood on the floor of this room proves my theory. Game, set, and match Miles Edgeworth. QED. She seems pretty confident, huh?
She Doesn't lack the courage of her convictions, that's for certain. That's for certain. And I gotta say, I can dig that vibe. I could even give her a no hard feeling. Pathetic.
Well, Miles Edgeworth, do you think you can bring my case crashing down around my ears? If you really have found the road to the truth, perhaps you'd be so kind as to point me toward it.
I'll be very happy to. Settle in, Franziska. I'm about to pave that road with incontrovertible evidence.
That sounds difficult. Have you got a cement mixer on hand? The victim used her keycard and entered the chamber with her killer. Let's press.
And you're sure the data from the security system is accurate?
That data is just like me. Perfect in every way. There is no room for doubt on either front.
Well, your theory's far from perfect. I suppose I'm not going to change your mind on this so easily, am I?
Correct. As I said, the victim entered the room with her killer, stabbed with the candelabrum by the culprit and died as a result.
And the stab wounds she sustained are a perfect match with the candelabrum in question.
3 wounds inflicted by metallic spikes of some kind in 3 places simultaneously. Even you have to agree that there aren't many objects that could do that. Pitchfork. Furthermore, Grandma Hertz confirmed the murder weapon in her report.
Then there's absolutely no doubt in your mind that it was the candelabrum.
None whatsoever. And as for the culprit,
Have you managed to prove conclusively that the letter found on the victim was sent by Kay?
I wasn't aware that there was any doubt on that front. Are you suggesting it was a forgery? Well, if there was any doubt, there isn't any longer. Document analysis turned up nothing. Nothing to suggest that the involvement of anyone other than the sender and the recipient, or of any forgery.
Are you saying that they found Kay's prints?
No, only the victims.
Well then, how can you say for sure that Kay did the deed? Unfortunately, we know that Kay wears gloves.
Haven't you been listening? Document analysis found nothing to suggest that the letter was a forgery. Face it, the letter was sent by Kay Faraday. Well, it was sent by someone. A fact that more than adequately proves the identity of the murderer.
No, the location of the murder is here in the committee's trial chamber. You can prove that the murder happened here in the committee chamber, I suppose.
Yvonne Karma is perfect in every way. Or did you forget that when you handed in your badge?
Let it go, Franziska.
The blood on the... Oh, you traveled for a while, you missed the whole case? No, you haven't missed the whole case. We just did a bit of investigation. Honestly, it's fine. 'Cause that meant you didn't have to sit through my impression of Lotta Hart.
Hold it!
Has the blood been analysed to see who it belongs to?
It has, and unsurprisingly, it was confirmed to be that of the victim.
And has it occurred to you that where it was found may not be where the murder in fact took place?
Oh, how quickly you forget, Miles Edgeworth. Evidence is everything in the courtroom. So please, present your proof that the murder occurred elsewhere, or kindly stand down.
Yes, that one who appears in the Phoenix games, yes. Or at least the first 2. Was she in the 3rd one? I want to say she wasn't. Proof that the murder occurred elsewhere, huh? And this isn't a courtroom, but that doesn't mean I can't give her the evidence she so clearly desires.
She makes a pretty watertight argument, huh?
Perhaps. But she doesn't know what we know.
You're right. We've got a certain scientific discovery up our sleeves.
And that discovery will show her to the road I've found to the truth.
Alright, back to statement 5. Yoopa-doopa-doopa-doopa. Yoopa-doopa-doopa-doopa. Boink!
Objection!
If I remember correctly, the blood discovered in this room was located at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue.
Murder under the gaze of the divine. A brazen act, even for a cold-blooded killer.
I don't know, many gods asked for sacrifices. Except that may not be true at all. Take a look at this, if you would. It's a blood stain we discovered in the storeroom directly above the committee chamber. As you can see, the blood we found looks to have dripped through to the room below. And the elevator it dripped down from
Descends directly to the foot of the statue.
Oh, you noticed? Then you will agree that the murder cannot in fact have happened in this room. I put it to you that the victim was killed in the room above, and only afterward was she moved down here. The Goddess of Justice did not witness a murder. She's blindfolded after all. She witnessed the killer trying to cover their tracks. Why is she smiling?
Sorry, I was just thinking back to a very similar situation. Well done, Miles Edgeworth. You've proven yourself to be even more foolish than I thought. Dang it!
Mr. Edgeworth is anything but a fool, sir, and you know it!
Ouch! Have you forgotten the picture you just showed me? Or are you really that airheaded? Even a cursory glance shows that there was far more blood here in the committee chamber than upstairs.
Ouch! Whipped in the not again. Ow! I wish I could get some love too!
You're trying to tell me all of that blood dripped down from above, Miles Edgeworth? If it had, your storeroom stain would need to be 10 times as big. I say the murder happened down here. There's no way it could have happened anywhere else.
As insightful as ever, Franziska. But you've played right into my hands.
How so?
You are correct. There is far less blood upstairs than one would expect. The question is, why?
A trifling detail in the face of my previous explanation.
Alas, your explanation doesn't account for why there's blood in the storeroom in the first place. Surely you don't think some spatter managed to shoot itself all the way up there, do you?
Whoa! Like some crazy fountain of blood? No way!
Oh, Eustace, my boy, my summer child. No way indeed. It's completely impossible. So how about this? What if this explains the difference in the amount of blood observed? There was far more blood in the committee chamber than in the storeroom above because
the weapon was removed here.
The victim died of 3 stab wounds, wounds that would have bled profusely. Yes, I remembered this because this was a point in one of the previous games as well.
Exactly, as proven by the amount of blood we found on the floor of this room. But that doesn't make any sense. Not if she was stabbed in the storeroom. You said there was... Silence, you half-baked, hair-brained rookie!
Wow. Ooh, that's a good bit of alliteration.
Hey! Hairbrain's a little... You think I'm like a hare? Ah!
A stab wound bleeds heaviest at one particular point in time.
Oh, I know. When the weapon's removed, right?
Precisely. I believe the body was brought down to the committee chamber with the candelabrum still in its chest. And then, when it was finally removed, it created the difference in the amount of blood we see between the two locations.
But why? What was the killer trying to do? Obviously hide the evidence of the room upstairs.
I imagine they were trying to give the impression that the murder happened down here. As we know, Miss Ringer's keycard was used late last night. Judging by the time listed in the record, I'd hazard a guess that it was used by the killer when they entered the room to create their elaborate setup.
But why would they have needed to do all this in the first place?
Perhaps because a person with a face to hide would fear the storeroom being found in the investigation. If they were involved with the underground auction, they couldn't afford to have their dirty secret exposed.
Committee chamber blood. Underground auction?
Hey. You should take a look at the storeroom for yourself. The items up there tell quite the story. In fact, you may recognize a few pieces. One that should more than explain what was going on here last night.
It's almost endearing, Miles Edgeworth, how desperately you want to protect your friend.
There's something just beneath the surface of this case. Something bigger than all of us. Even bigger than 50 of me. All jam-packed into an elevator. And Kay's only crime was to have the bad fortune to fall right into the middle of it.
That's quite the hyperbolic claim, Miles Edgeworth.
Hyperbolic? Hyperbolic? Me? Surely you're the one making a mountain out of my perfectly reasonable molehill. You're working with Interpol on international cases. So why are you investigating a domestic murder? I'll tell you why. Because this case has something to do with that smuggling ring you've been chasing. You followed the trail of items being smuggled by the ring and wound up here. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that the something I sense isn't related to any of this.
I'm very happy to learn that you giving up your badge didn't completely relieve you of your senses. Scruffy here told me about the circumstances that led up to that, by the way.
Sorry, sir. I just thought it might help, you know? You did the right thing, Detective.
Hey!
Oh. He told me something nice. Oh my god. I've never felt this way before. So am I right, Franziska? Is this incident part of the broader case you're working? Was the underground auction already on Interpol's radar?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? But you don't need to. And so, you won't.
Then you knew, didn't you? That the auction was being held here in this chamber.
Hey, y'all mind if I butt in for a sec?
Yes. What do you want, Lotta?
Your victim over there, the lady in the white. You! Hey! Let a gal finish, will ya?
Excuse me?
No good butting in pain in the you-know-what. Ouch! Well, this leopard sure ain't changed her spots. Your testimony is not required, and neither is your presence. What do you mean? I'm a journalist. You can't... Ow! You are a liar, is what you are. You lied under oath at one time. Seems like Miss Von Karma's none too fond of Miss Hart, huh? Ooh, what case was that? Was that one too?
I don't think she's her biggest fan, no.
That feels right. Well, it's either that one or...
No, I'm thinking of Tutu. the second case of Game 2. The case where Pell's introduced. And we... With the channeling chamber.
Was she called Ringer Rat? She was a member of this here committee? Well, she's dressed exactly like that ringleader of that there secret auction. Ah! Stop it! Stop ripping me, dang it! I'm not into that. What is the meaning of this interruption? Miles Edgeworth, explain.
Miss Hart here helped us out by describing how the auctioneer was dressed. And it seems they were wearing the exact same outfit as the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer.
But that would mean that the victim was also the ringleader.
Now how about we just calm down, sir?
It seems I have some new information to consider. It's true that I came here to investigate the underground auction and to arrest its head of operations, the auctioneer.
But if Miss Hart is to be believed, the ringleader is dead. Or something else is going on. Why she bunk all the people? Well, she's not bunking them, she's whipping them because she has a whip and she's not afraid to use it. Franziska was the main prosecutor in the second game. I guess that means your journey here today was wasted. And she did appear in the third game for a case as well. By technicality, she is Edgeworth's adopted little sister. Though she reckons she's the big sister.
I suppose it does. Nonetheless, I, Franziska von Karma, I refuse to leave empty-handed.
She has emotional issues, is what I'm saying, I think.
Time for a rematch, Miles Edgeworth.
Fine by me. But you may find that your whip will go sorely underused this round. Very issues, I guess. Yeah. She has them issues. She's von Karma's daughter. One of them, at least. As far as we know.
Franziska's latest theory. Fine. I accept your little explanation. That would make the storeroom the actual scene of the crime, yes? In which case, the murderer is someone connected to the auction. And if the photographer is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer and the culprit was an attendee.
Oh, Manfred von Karma, yeah, he's an awful human being.
The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom, where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place. They then stabbed the victim in the chest with a piece of merchandise, the candelabrum.
Oh, I thought she was gonna make another statement.
There, does that about sum it up? Because I won't be accepting rebuttals.
But I like Franziska. There's something about her that's... Because she's 19. She's a baby. I'm afraid you might have to. There's a serious hole in your testimony.
There is? I didn't spot any. Good thing you're the one in charge here, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright then, time to fight back. You have to win this for us.
And I will. Time to take Franziska's testimony to task. Oh, excuse me.
In which case, the murderer is someone connected to the auction. And if the photographer was to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer and the culprit an attendee. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the store place, or the exchange for illicit goods.
I think this is the statement that is... Oh, yeah, my hiccups are a little bit weird. I believe this is the statement Edgeworth is referring to.
Hold it!
How exactly did they manage that, may I ask? Miss Hart was in the storeroom too, remember?
Objection!
Yes, hiding someplace. And if you've seen the storeroom yourself, you'll know that there are plenty of other places to hide too.
So you're saying the killer was hiding out of sight while they awaited the victim's arrival?
I believe we can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded. After all, the victim was the auctioneer herself. She would surely have needed to be present throughout the proceedings.
She thinks it happened afterward. Would you mind adding that statement to your testimony, Franziska?
You can reasonably assume the murder took place after the auction concluded. Except that we know that's not true. Yep.
Objection!
The auction wouldn't keep going if its auctioneer was dead.
It seems you're one step behind yet again, Franziska.
How so?
The auctioneer was not in fact the victim, and I can prove it. This is the statement Miss Hart gave us.
Well, if she made it, it's not worth the air she used to say it. I done told you, I'm a journalist, dagnabbit. My word is youch! You heard it here, folks. The word of the day is youch! Did I ask you to open your mouth? Double youch!
Objection!
Calm down and listen for a second, Franziska. Miss Hart witnessed at least some of the events surrounding the murder, and she confirmed that the auction continued even after the murder had occurred.
You bet it did. Went right on like nothing had happened at all.
How would that have been possible without an auctioneer, It wouldn't. So see, the victim couldn't have been the auctioneer. She was one of the attendees.
No!
As I've been saying since the start, there's no way Kay can be the murderer. Because she had been pushed down the hatch by her assailant and knocked unconscious by that time. So then who was the victim really? Right, well, if the auction carried on after the murder, the victim must not have been the auctioneer, but an attendee.
That's enough.
I know that sound all too well.
It's a bit late for me to get a drink of, Moscato, I'm afraid. Order in the courtroom. All rise for the chairman. Oh yeah, we met this guy.
Oh, there's no need for all that pomp and circumstance, Verity. Ugh. Please, everyone, feel free to call me Celsius. Yes, that'll do nicely. Sorry, I'm just flip-flopping in and out of my best impression of Homer Simpson.
Alright, Celsius, what are you doing here?
Huh? Oh, I just stopped by to see how my boneheaded boy was getting along. They say there are all sorts of families, but I'm not sure these two are what they meant. I'll say. Why does he have abs? I thought I might need to light a fire under this investigation, but it seems not. The suspect everyone's searching high and low for is right back here where we started.
Men, detain the suspect immediately.
Wait, Miss Faraday is innocent. Shut your meddling mouth! You're becoming something of a problem, Miles, my boy. I thought I told you. The committee wants this matter cleared up as soon as possible. It's a matter of trust. We can't have our organization be seen to drag its feet. It's bad for us. And it's bad for me too, personally. Sorry, it must be my age.
Your unlawful investigation ends here. and it will not be permitted to resume. In case you've forgotten, you are no longer a prosecutor. You have no authority here. And what's more, there is the matter of you aiding and abetting a suspect.
She's right, of course, as always. You really are a godsend, Verity. Why is... I know I was poking fun at Verity for having, like, vacuum-sealed boobs, but this man's abs is something else entirely. Everything I do knowingly. If you wish to prosecute me for it, be my guest. But know this. We have uncovered a new suspect. This person here. Miss Faraday was attacked by this
Overruled.
You can stop right there, Mr. Edgeworth. The raincoat in your picture was discovered nearby a short while ago. The victim's blood was found on the hood, along with some cherry blossom petals.
cherry blossom petals. Like the ones on the roof.
Yes. They were stuck to the edges of the bloodstains. Probably due to the blood being fresh at the time.
The results came back already, my boy, so there's no mistaking it. The person in your picture is the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer. Whoa, what? No. No! This completely undermines our entire case! Well, our assumptions were based on the person in the red raincoat being the killer. But if they were the victim instead, then Kay remains at the top of the suspect list.
Miss Faraday, you testified to having encountered a person in a red raincoat up on the roof, correct? Yes, I did. We now know that that person was the murder victim. And you were the only person we know of who came into contact with her. Since one of you wound up dead, I think we all know how that encounter went.
Oh no, the fuck you don't. You shut your whore mouth.
Objection!
No, Kay was attacked by that person. She's the victim here, not the aggressor.
Overruled.
As far as I recall, we have yet to see any evidence that proves she was attacked as you claim. And even if such proof existed, Miss Ringer could simply have been acting in self-defense.
Well, you can't just jump to conclusions like that. Kay is innocent.
But I'm not.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Kay!
I'm not innocent. I don't want to believe it, but I remembered something. Hearing about the raincoat brought it back. It's just a flash, but I remember what I saw now. Right when it happened. The murderer, it was me. No, Kay. I remember looking down, and the person in the raincoat was on the ground. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along. I'm the murderer. I'm the murderer.
No, you're not. You can't be.
Then what am I? Why do I have a memory like that? They were on the floor in front of me. There was a pool of blood. Why was I just standing there? Why didn't I do something? I know why. It's because I was the killer. This court recognizes the legitimate... Fuck. This court recognizes the legitimacy of the accused's memories.
What? But you said you didn't believe her like 5 minutes ago.
Well, that was when Kay... That's when everyone was trying to say that Kay was innocent. And now that Kay is saying, oh, maybe I did do it. And she's like, oh, very good. We can put you in jail now.
Overruled.
I commend you on your bravery, Miss Faraday. It will not go unrewarded.
Fuck off.
Praise be to the goddess of justice for her many blessings. Bless me. Bless my foot.
Objection!
As an official representative of Interpol, I hereby request that the suspect be...
Overruled.
We don't have time for this. We must arrest Kay Faraday this instant. Why? What are you trying to hide? How dare you take that tone with me?
This is a gross overreach of authority. I demand that you give us more time to investigate. You say my investigation is unlawful. What could be more unlawful than this?
Unfortunately, you no longer speak for the law.
Indeed you don't. But I do. And while I can't help but be moved by your dedication to your friend, I have to agree with Verity.
Speaking of the law, it seems there is one other we must arrest.
Don't you do it.
Ah, yes, I almost forgot.
Miles, Miles, Miles. What are you talking about? Mr. Edgeworth was just doing his job. He didn't do anything wrong.
He wasn't doing squat. By which I mean to say, unfortunately, Miles is no longer serving in any kind of official capacity.
You went too far this time, Mr. Edgeworth. You conducted an unlawful investigation. Worse, you aided and abetted the flight of a suspect. You are no longer even an ex-prosecutor. You are a criminal, nothing more.
Ah. Oh, that reminds me. There was supposed to be a hearing today, wasn't there? Concerning your conduct. I'll make sure it's officially rescheduled for tomorrow. Although, I fear I already know the outcome. Look at this as an opportunity to reflect on your actions, Miles. A chance to really think long and hard.
This court is adjourned. Judge Gavel's goal. Well, whatever that's about, that's gonna have to wait for next week. It's about time I settled down and got to settling down for the night.
Oh boy. This actually does feel like a good place to, what's the word? Thing.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for being here, everybody. Y'all have a good time of the day that it is for you. And take care of yourselves. And if I stream on Monday, like I keep promising I will, and I don't have another emotional turmoil, you'll know. Good night, everyone. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.